Lately we've been playing Phasmaphobia, a spooky game about hunting ghosts, finding them, identifying them, and getting out before they get annoyed and get you. But there were a couple of things I wish I'd known before we started playing. So in this video, I'm presenting 10 things I wish I knew before I started playing Phasmaphobia. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe and click the bell notification to be warned when we post another video up in the future. You can also follow us live on twitch.tv/geeks vs geeks every weekend, Friday and Saturday. Stop by and say hello. We'd love to see you there. But for now, let's go hunt some ghosts. Alright everybody, so you downloaded the game, you're installed and ready to hunt some ghosts. Everything is really creepy, and it really comes down to preparation to make sure you get the best experience and the best revenue while you're hunting these ghosts in the game. And that will bring us to our first tip. You have to be ready. So how do you know what you need to prepare for? Well, luckily everything is already in the game, and all you need to do is pay a little attention when you start up. So let's have a look. Tip number 1. Check your equipment requirements before you start. If you check a level, or a map if you will see exactly how many people are needed for a certain house and what recommended items are there on the board as well. That will give you a hint in what you're looking for. Now it can be that certain things are not mentioned, but it does help to have a little bit of a heads up of what is going on. Once you look at the board and your team size, you can buy inventory and make sure that you add them to the group's inventory before you start the game. There's a difference in things that you have in your pocket and things that you bring with you. Now keep in mind that if you happen to die in the game while you have this stuff on you, it will disappear from your inventory. If you made it out alive, stuff will come back.
Nothing to report.
The second thing you can do is look on the whiteboard in the truck. It will again give you an indication on what to expect. Grab the equipment that you need. And before you move out the door, check one more thing. Ghosts tend to turn off power in the house, so locate the fuse box before you enter the house. This way, you can quickly locate it when everything goes dark and turn it back on before things get too spooky. The button next to the screen allows you to switch to the different floors of the house, and you can get a good idea of the layout. This is also useful when you start investigating and you do not want to get lost. Alright, you're ready to go. Let's start heading into the house and bring our equipment with you. Oh no, the door is locked. Tip number 3. Grab all the keys. The first key you will find in the truck itself right before you leave. This will allow you to open up the door to get in. Throughout the houses you'll find other keys that will open up other doors and also allow you to turn things off, such as car alarms. Luckily, there's only one key needed per group. Are things getting a little too dark when you switch to different equipment? Here's our next tip. Press the letter T to turn on your flashlight while you hold another object. This way you can combine the two and get a lot more efficiency while going through the house. And talking about efficiency, if you're with smaller groups and cannot carry all the objects together, make sure that you drop those tools. When you turn equipment on, such as the spirit box or the EMF reader, you can actually drop them on the floor or on the table, and they will keep working, helping you keep track of ghosts through the house while you have your hands free to use other equipment. This is also a great way to apply while dropping things in front of the door, so you don't have to keep walking back to the truck every time you need a new piece. Combine all the pieces together and you see here I have my spirit box, my EMF reader going on, and my camera is ready to take a picture of any ghost. And talk about pictures, make sure you take pictures of all your evidence. Things such as dirty dishes, handprints on doors or windows, as well of course as the ghosts themselves, are very useful to give you extra revenue once you're done with the game. Even bones, before you pick them up, will give you extra cash if you take a picture first. Just don't let the ghost get you. Tip number 7. You need a lighter to use smudge sticks. In the very beginning, we too often stood around waving smudge sticks and nothing happened. Turns out you light them up with the lighter. It can take a while to figure out how tools properly work. And the same goes for the crucifix. And that brings us to tip number 8. Lay the crucifix on the floor to prevent a hunt. Make sure you pick the room where you know the ghost is present. Drop the crucifix on the floor, and when the ghost appears to hunt you, it should prevent them from completing their hunt and taking you out. It's not always a guarantee, but it definitely helps. It turns out holding the crucifix in your hand does not seem to do much. Tip number 9. Press V to talk to the ghost. In the game, there's a key binding for your speech, and it's attached by default to the button V. If you do not change your settings, make sure that you hold that button down when you talk to the ghost, or your spirit box will not properly work. You know it works when you see nothing detected on the screen or the ghost talks back to you. Now you know it's an adult, make sure you run. And our final tip, crouch plus shift seems to make you faster. Now this could just be an illusion, but as you can see, when I crouch it's a lot faster than when I stand up. And that brings us to the end of the video. These are the 10 things I wish I knew before I started playing Phasmaphobia. If you have any other tips, feel free to leave them in the comments below.